love you. Click the little red button and subscribe. Subscribe. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Everybody, welcome to today's video. Does raw food work for weight loss? Today's video. Okay, so I don't know about everybody in the world, but speaking from personal experience and from pretty much everybody that's around me, all my friends and some of my family, yes, raw food does work for weight loss. In May, I finished a 45-day raw food challenge, although it was supposed to be like a 30-day raw food challenge, which turned into a 45-day. I just like kept going and I felt really good. And I broke my record. Winning! Go me! Spirit fingers! Yeah, the longest I've ever gone raw was 30 days, and that was November 2015. And since then, I did a month here or there. Mostly it was 2 to 3 week increments eating raw food. So 45 days was a huge accomplishment for me. Anywho, and getting off topic, if you've got a few pounds you're trying to kick, I highly recommend experimenting with raw foods. Like I said, it worked for me and it's worked for the people around me. Anyone that I know personally that has experimented with raw foods and weight loss has always seen great results. More importantly, you just feel really good eating an abundance of raw fruits and vegetables. I just feel alive, you guys. I am way more productive. I'm just happier. I get so much more done and I just enjoy all of the moments. I'm not trying to rush through things. I stop procrastinating. I just get stuff done. When I eat cooked food, I usually stuff my face until I can't eat no more. But when I'm eating raw food, I eat until I'm satisfied and then I'm like, okay, I'm good. I don't need anything else. You know, I know when to stop. I'm not gonna continue indulging and just keep eating even though I'm full. So I think it's also helped me develop a healthier relationship with food. And during my last 45-day challenge, I didn't go out to any restaurants and eat like gourmet raw foods. I would go out and have a smoothie or grab a juice, but nothing too intense. A lot of the time, raw food restaurants tend to put a lot of salt on their foods and it just leaves me kind of in a salt coma for a day and I just don't feel good. I'm like salt hungover. So I stayed away from all the gourmet stuff. I didn't eat anything that would normally hurt my stomach. Like I have a hard time digesting raw zucchini and raw cauliflower. So anything that I thought would upset my stomach, I didn't go for. I was able to create plenty of recipes without those few ingredients that would bother my stomach. So there's a few of the benefits I experienced the past 45 days on my raw food challenge. I actually broke it doing the Not a Moo challenge with Kate, and it took me like a week to recover. It's also taken me about a week to recover from my Texas trip where you saw I indulged quite a bit, eating at some vegan restaurants and eating cooked food after not eating cooked food for 45 days. It took my body a bit of adjusting and my body was like, what is this foreign thing? My body just wasn't used to it after eating only raw foods for 45 days, so that was the issue there. But I'm finally recovering and I've been raw ever since I got back from Texas, and I'm going to do a 2-month challenge now and go from June 1st, which I know it's like the 6th already, and I'm gonna go to July 31st. So that'll be a 60-day raw challenge. It'll be the longest I've ever gone. Excited, pumped. And if anybody wants to join in, if you wanna do a few days, you wanna do a week, that's awesome. I'm gonna be sharing some of what I eat in a day videos throughout these 60 days and some of the recipes I'll be creating to make the next 60 days interesting. Side note, you think you're gonna get bored of these recipes and eating the same thing over and over again, but when you're in it and you're in the right mindset, I can have my raw cereal bowl every day and it's just as yummy, it's just as exciting to eat as it was, you know, 2 weeks ago when I'm eating it every day. And then I do get bored of certain things, but when I do, I just like move on to something else. You know, I'll be really into melon for a few days and then I'll eat that and I'll be like, you know what, like I'm done with the melon, like I'm just craving greens. So I'll make a dense green juice, I'll just have salad, and I just listen to my body. Side note, I accidentally deleted some of the clips from yesterday, so now I have to re-record it. Anywho, when I go to the grocery store, I'll feel out what my body needs. For instance, the other day when I was in there, going past all the herbs and there was cilantro and I smelled the cilantro and it hit me so hard, I was like taken back like, oh my, cilantro. My dear, where have you been all my life? Come home with me, darling. No, but seriously, I was like, oh, I just can't get enough of this cilantro. It wasn't always like that for me, you know, it's a progress. The more you practice it, the more raw foods you eat, the easier it is to listen to your body, know what it actually needs. I also wanted to talk a little bit about the struggle with eating raw and staying social. So I have a few tips. One is to always stay nourished. Whether you have a green juice with you or a smoothie, lemon water, cayenne kind of drink, or a coconut water, something with you at all times helps, especially in social situations where you might end up going to a restaurant and there's nothing you can eat there, which that's usually not the case. You can always get a salad with lemon, you know, pepper, salt, whatever you need to make it tasty. Some restaurants could do fruit if you're going out to breakfast with your friends, but I never go to a restaurant out starving, okay? So like I never will let myself get to that point. If I know I'm going out with friends and I'm eating raw, I'll eat a little bit of something before I even go to the restaurant. That's the best thing you can do. It's going to help. Oh, what is happening with my hair? Second is stop projecting yourself into the future. Into the future. Why? Because you create all these scenarios, you create feelings that aren't even happening, you're not there yet, you don't know how you're actually gonna feel when you're sitting in the restaurant with your friends eating food. But when you project yourself there, you'll get angry. You'll be like, well, dang it, I want to eat that veggie burger too, or this or that, and you honestly make it more difficult on yourself. When you're sitting at the restaurant and you've already taken care of yourself, so you know you've eaten before you left the house, so you're not starving, and you're gonna order yourself a nice big salad at this nice restaurant and still enjoy the company of your friends. Make it more about enjoying the company that you're in and less about the food. That's what you're really there for, to be social. Also, you can suggest doing other activities that you can be involved with if just being at a restaurant is just too difficult. Suggest going to parks and having picnics where you can bring your own food and you can bring all different kinds of fruits and different cut up melons, and some are salads, some are kale salad. The point is, do other activities that don't revolve around food, still be social while eating raw. And it gets easier. I don't suggest going to a restaurant with your friends if you're like a week into raw food and you've never done a raw challenge before. Probably not the best idea. But if you've been doing this for like a month and your friends keep inviting you out and you keep saying no, maybe it's about time to give it a try. See how it goes. If you're having a total panic attack, like run into the bathroom and like rewatch this video or something, you know? But I feel you. We've all been there. All the raw food people, we've been there, we've come, we've conquered, we overcame, and you can too! Anyway, it all comes down to taking one step at a time. We each have our own process. So those are my tips if you're trying to stay social, trying to go out to restaurants, and stay raw. Okay, and last but not least, how much weight have I actually lost on a raw food diet? I made a video a little while ago about how I lost 30 pounds and how I lost 30 pounds. I've now lost a total of 35 pounds. I think another important point is that I'm able to maintain the weight loss, and the weight loss is steady. It's not as if I just drop a whole ton of weight real fast. It slowly comes off your body and you start noticing like it's coming off in places you never would have imagined. Anywho, and thank you all so much for watching this video. I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful day or night, and I will see you guys next time with some raw food treats. Okay, much love to you all.